What's up, everybody? This is the KF Podcast coming at you with a special reaction video after we got the drop of the final Spider-Man No Way Home trailer today. We decided to jump on real quick and what the hell are you doing? Do a reaction. Dawn is messing around with the background in Skype here.
I know, because it looks so
But
weird.
we got Dawn and Brock. Ken's not with us tonight, but we just wanted
We
to
have
do a
no
quick.
idea where Ken is. We don't. He never even answered. We have no idea where he is.
No. But we just wanted to do a quick reaction because the trailer's pretty good. Give some possible speculation, spoilers, and whatever. But we're gonna get into it and talk this new trailer.
Yeah. So, no Toby or Andrew.
Nope.
No Toby or Andrew. However, the scene towards the end of the trailer where we've got Sandman, Electro, and the Lizard, who wasn't previously known about. It looks like that scene was set up for 3 villains and 3 heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like they edited that heavily. And I am now convinced that both of them are in it, and I am shocked that they didn't show it in the trailer.
I'm glad that they didn't, if they are in fact in it.
I didn't think it was necessary.
Nope.
My only thing I thought for showing them was, I know there's a lot of people that don't like Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. They're like loyal to Garfield movies or loyal to Tobey movies. So I thought maybe you show them, that way you bring those people in who are like, oh, they're in it for sure. Well, then I'm definitely going to go see it. I mean, we know everyone's going to go see it, but I just thought maybe it would really shock the world and the internet more if you would have showed it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I was like, nah, you don't need to show it. Whatever. If they're in it, great. If not, whatever. But the more I thought about it, yeah, I'm kind of with you, Don. I think if they'd shown them in this trailer, so tickets go on sale on Monday, November 29th. My thought is if they'd showed them in the trailer, the tickets are selling out in the first hour for every showing, for every opening weekend. You're not going to be able to get a seat unless you buy tickets as soon as they're available on Monday.
Yeah.
With this, it's a good trailer. But I don't.
Good trailer. I really enjoy the general plot. I thought is interesting. The fact that we all know from past experiences that all those villains died fighting Spider-Man in their old movies. Mm-hmm. So we know that going into it. And like the fact that they're talking about that, saying that if we send them back where they're from, they're going to die. And Peter doesn't want to do that. And Doctor Strange, because we wondered why Doctor Strange and Peter were fighting with each other. Now you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing, because Doctor Strange is a realist and would be like, you got to let them have their own fate. That's their destiny, or he's going to feel bad. It almost makes it seem like he's talking to Doc Ock in whatever prison that he's in, and maybe starts bonding with him a little bit.
Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah. I agree.
Maybe Doc Ock explains what went wrong with his Peter and what happened. And then it's maybe they start bonding a little over science and different things like that. And, maybe he's like, I don't want to see him get killed.
It's possible. There was a plot leak a few months ago that laid out the plot that we just saw in this trailer. So this is accurate for a leak that came out several months ago.
About them Strange holding them prison.
Yeah, Strange finds some way to capture them. Peter finds them in the basement and feels bad. The at the time though, the plot leak was, or they thought, the speculation was it was going to be the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin that got under his skin.
Yeah.
And was manipulating him. But I agree with you now. It looks more like it's going to be Ock.
Yeah. And that Doc Ock wasn't actually evil.
No, he just went a little mental. The arms were making him go crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
AI in the arm.
the inhibitor chip broke in his neck. I can't remember when. Maybe it was part of one of the experiments.
And they were like talking to him and making him mental and making him doubt himself. Yeah.
And now, speaking of his arms, it looks like he either takes Tom Holland's like Iron Spider suit and integrates that into the arms, or he somehow gets some other kind of Stark tech, because he never had the red panels going down his arm before.
I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Vulture's like upgrading these guys with his Chitauri stuff that he has access to. Because it seemed like because the Electro suit was definitely upgraded.
Yeah, it was different. He was blasting yellow lightning,
and he looked great.
Yeah,
just regular. Well, CGI Jamie Foxx, but Jamie Foxx, not weird blue man.
Yeah. And you could see like when he was blasting his electric stuff, you could see the Electro symbol on his face.
Yeah,
yeah,
like radiating off. That was neat. I like that. There could be also a twist in here that, at the end when they were showing you and Strange was like, here they come. I have a feeling like when the multiverse really does break, I think you're going to see a crazy scene at the end where you see all kind of variants of Spider-Man villains coming through, like a rift in the sky or something.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah, or something like, and I wouldn't even be surprised if you see some kind of like thing with Doc Ock helping him out or something like that. Some kind of redemption angle for the ones that weren't really truly bad. Obviously Green Goblin is still going to be bad, but maybe it's a whole bunch of different goblins and there's something that happens at the end of that scene.
If you watch closely in the trailer, there's definitely two different goblins.
Yeah. A lot of people have been speculating that's going to be his friend Ned becoming a hobgoblin of sorts.
He's too thin.
He's too what?
Too thin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it looks like the stupid what's his name?
Dane DeHaan.
No, it looks like hey Pete, I'm your buddy Pete. That one.
Oh, James Franco.
Yes, it looked like that one.
Okay.
When he was X Games Hobgoblin or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
And also, that leaked image we talked about last week?
Yes.
I think that leak image is real.
I do too. And I
because
think
that's here that there's that background.
Scaffolding.
It's the scaffolding. It all looks just like it.
Yep.
It looks just like that scene where that feels like they're all on that scaffolding together and they're all like about to face something huge.
Well,
tons of villains
it's those. I think it's right before that scene where everything starts collapsing, and you've got the three Electro, Sandman, and Lizard there.
Yeah.
So that end scene that you're talking about, are you talking about the part where there's like the sky is like cracking in the background?
Yeah.
It's all the purple light. So if you look at that closely, I think that is going to be one of the very last scenes of the movie before the credits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think whatever comes out of there is going to be a Doctor Strange villain, not a Spider-Man villain. It's going to be like Shumagorath or something like that, because if you look, all the scaffolding around the Statue of Liberty is all collapsed and down piled around it. So I think the battle's already over, and this is happening at the very end, and this will lead into Strange, but it's one of Strange's villains.
Okay.
There's definitely my thought.
There was definitely a lot to unpack there. There's a lot of different things going on.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Miles Morales too.
Yeah, and Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be surprised.
They're all game. They're all fair game
sort of
here, I think.
Appearance there. I mean, they keep saying that that Green Goblin, Defoe's Goblin, is really the main antagonist. So maybe he helps put together a true Sinister Six at the end. Whether Doc Ock's a part of it or not, I don't know.
Well, I wonder that too.
I kind of get the feeling that he's not necessarily part of that Sinister Six. I kind of get the feeling that like Ox, like a beginning part of it, and someone that like makes Peter change his mind, and then maybe not who they're fighting at the end.
Well, yeah, because once he finds out it's not his Peter Parker, and he figures out what is going on, I think it's going to be a turning point for him, because there's another scene where it looks like Electro is fighting him, because he's like going up the side of a building and there's a big yellow lightning blast, and then Doc Ock falls off the side of the building.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he has some sort of redemption story in there. Still dies, but has like a redemption arc to help those, the ones he was with.
Well, let's not forget that Otto Octavius was Spider-Man for like 2 years in the comics not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's technically a Spider-Man that they could use.
Yeah. He does qualify as a Spider-Man. That's true.
Yeah, I think we're going to see... I don't think we'll see Peter Porker, but I think we'll see Miles Morales. I think we'll see Venom. I think we'll see a lot of guys come to join and help the fight beyond the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Tobey and Andrew are like in the forefront with them, but there's going to be a lot of other Spider-Man, I think.
I think so, too.
I think there's a possibility we see SpiderGwen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What if it's Emma Stone?
That'd be cool.
That would be great. So the big scene the big thing at the end with MJ falling. So now we're 3 for 3 in Spider-Man having to save their women falling from high towers. Does MJ die or does he save her?
Yeah, he'll save her.
Yeah, I think they'll save her. I think he might die in the process, though.
Who? Tobey? I mean, or Tom Holland?
Yeah.
I think if any of them dies, I think they'll kill off one of the old Spider-Men. I think it would be Tobey Maguire.
They already did that.
Yeah, they technically did in the animated one, but that one doesn't necessarily isn't canon with this now.
Yeah, I don't see them killing Tom Holland. I don't.
But hasn't he said he doesn't want to do these anymore?
No, he's got a new contract now. He's on for a few more.
Yeah, and he said in an interview, he's like, "I'll play this character for the next 20 years as long as they'll have me."
He's still young and he thinks it's cool.
Yeah. So I shared a tweet in our Facebook chat that had a little bit different version of the fight scene between Sandman, Lizard, and Electro. Did you guys check that out?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Because that's not in the trailer. I've watched 4 different versions of this trailer, or watched the same trailer from 4 different publishers: Marvel, Sony, IGN.com, and what?
No, there's definitely something. There's definitely something they edit out. It's Endgame and Infinity War all over again.
Yeah, I just can't figure out. I just can't figure out where the people that put that on Twitter got the footage, because it's not part of the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely Lizard getting punched by somebody.
So that's the big reveal: is Lizard is in midair, just in his head, just snaps back.
Yeah. So it's definitely like when they didn't show you Iron Man walking with all the other Avengers, or didn't show you them fighting together in a scene because they wanted you to think Iron Man was dead, or didn't show you that Thor was in Wakanda fighting with everyone in Infinity War,
Yeah.
And that Hulk was.
And then they cut that out of the movie.
Yeah, they definitely edit stuff just for the trailer to keep people off guard.
They wanted you to think Iron Man was dead,
Yeah.
Or didn't show you that Thor was in Wakanda fighting with everyone in Infinity War,
Yeah.
And that Hulk was.
And then they cut that out of the movie.
Yeah, they definitely edit stuff just for the trailer to keep people off guard.
Yeah, and they take things out, and then you'll see it back in there. But that's definitely wherever they got it. I have no idea, but
I'm wondering if that event got the people who were live at that event in LA got a special version, and somebody was a jackass and videoed it and shared it.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't even want to see Soup's reaction to this. I don't even want to see it.
I went out to his Twitter. His facial expression. He had a selfie cam on when he was watching it, and
because he was at that fan event.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was over the top nonsense.
Yeah, I can't.
The trailer was good, but at no point was I screaming, "Oh my god!" at the screen.
No,
you know what I mean.
I agree.
I was kind of waiting for one of those moments. This is 2 trailers with this movie now where I haven't had one of those moments. Like every trailer, even for Endgame or Infinity War, any of the big ones, there was always some moment where I was like, "Oh shit!" Look at that, or something's gonna. None of them have done this to me. I mean, yeah, seeing Doc Ock was cool, but we knew he was in it, so it wasn't really that much of a shock.
Yep.
We knew he was in the movie, so when he showed up in the trailer, you're not like, "Oh my god!" Nothing shocked me yet about it. But I do like what we're getting as basically the plot. I think the plot makes sense. So
yeah,
and I hope you're right, Brock, that Vulture's involved doing a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Because they didn't even show him in this trailer, but they showed him in the teaser.
I'd like to see him doing more stuff.
They showed him in prison, but I bet you he'll be in the Vulture suit. Someone will spring him.
I mean, yeah, I think you have to have all of them in it. I mean, I think use as many villains as you can. I think it'll be cool. We're definitely going to get a big Infinity War Endgame-esque battle at the end.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With Spider-Man versus whoever, Sinister Sixes or more villains or whatever.
I think these villains, they might be different versions of these same villains that we saw before.
Yeah.
The Electro is definitely different.
Yeah, Electro is definitely different.
Doc Ock looks a little different.
So it's definitely a variant of Electro. Goblin looked pretty much the same.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
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 And if you're taking that one, then that's the one, what they're saying that they died. Because Electro didn't die, did he? I can't remember the Amazing Spider-Man. If he died. He may have died. Maybe he did die. I don't know. They all do seem to die. I think Lizard died. They all died. Yeah, Lizard was dead. Sandman died. He floated away into nothing.
Sandman survived, I thought, because didn't he try? He promised he was going to be good or something like that.
All I remember at the end of Spider-Man 3 is he kind of stood there and float away into the breeze and into nothing.
Okay.
Because his dog, I don't know. I mean, technically he wouldn't be dead. He would have been. Right. He could easily he could pull himself back together after a long while.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them had a good ending, so But yeah, kind of surprised you didn't see a thing. So now I'll just leave more people to speculate over and over and over for the next couple of weeks until they know.
Yep.
And there you go.
Oh, good. I think the reason they didn't show it is is there's going to be a lot more than just the 2 of them. And they don't want to spoil that.
Yeah, showing them with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was good. It's fun. Can't wait
check
for
it out. Watch it if you haven't seen it yet. It's definitely worth a watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to watch it again after we hang up.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Invite your friends. Leave us a rating on your favorite podcast catcher. Check us out at the KF Podcast on all your social media.
All right. Later.
Good night.